Hi everyone, welcome back to Islam Unboxed. Today I will be talking about Islam and Slavery Part 2. Slavery under Islam after the death of Prophet Muhammad. Last time I talked about slavery under Islam during the life of Prophet Muhammad. This time after the death of Prophet Muhammad. Slavery that started some 40 years after the death of Prophet Muhammad. This, this slavery happened in Iraq and around Iran as well. The Arabs, Muslims, they took by force Africans who spoke Bantu to work to work in salt marshes in Basra, in Iraq and around Iran. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Iran. Is the city called Al Ahwas. Now, the treatment of the slaves were very bad. The first time they rebelled, it was year 689, and it was not very successful. And the second one also was not successful in year 694. So remember, Muhammad died in year 632. Right? So this is not too long after the death of Prophet Muhammad. So about 40 or 50 years later, they took people from Africa, enslaved them. Now, now don't get it wrong. These slaves, African slaves, they were not some just some Africans. They were also Muslims. So Muslims enslaving Muslims. They enslaved them for over 200 years. The third rebellion, called Zanj rebellion, was more successful than the first or the second one. It didn't work at the end because so many of the rebels they were offered a very generous term. So they finally left the rebellion little by little. However, during 14 years of rebellion, Jan's rebellion, the rebels raided many towns and many villages and burned those villages to cinder. According to some sources, they raided those towns and villages, took their horses and their food. These rebels even minted their own coins and collected taxes from areas they conquered. So the rebels were very more, I guess, they're more skilled and prepared compared to the first and the second one. This rebellion was under the leadership of Ali ibn Muhammad. Now you can see the name is very Islamic name. He is, however, not a free man. He was a slave. These 14 years of rebellion, the casualty was so high. Al-Tabari did not give the number. But Al-Tabari described this rebellion one of the bloodiest. There are so many other scholars or historians talking about these rebellions. Al-Masudi reported 500,000 casualties, 500,000 dead. And on separate note, he also put another number, 300,000 people dead. 300,000 people dead in Basra, in Iraq, and Basra alone. Now, there's another one, Al-Suli, also a scholar, gave a figure 1.5 million, and another scholar, Ibn al-Taktaki, gave a very high number, 2.5 million people dead. Now imagine, these wars were not fought with bombs and tanks and machine guns. This just by with sword. 2.5 million people dead. Imagine. This is crazy. I mean, like the according to some sources also, because of that rebellion, food and water became scarce, shortages, and there are reports of cannibalism as well because there's no food. Now the Abbasid, this rebellion, by the way, I forgot to mention, happened. The last rebellion happened during the Abbasid government, Abbasid Caliphate. The the year was 869 to 883, 14 years. Now, if there's any Muslim telling us, telling you that Islam ends slavery or Muhammad ends slavery, you know it is a lie. Like I said, I made a video regarding slavery during the time of Prophet Muhammad, and this one is after. And I think I will make another short video for the third part of this about Islam and slavery. Until next time, thank you for listening. God bless you all. Whether you're free, whether you are slaves, God bless you all.